Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I will show you how to create an Ubuntu Virtual Machine in Microsoft Azure. Then we will install MySQL Server, connect to it, and finally create a database. Whether you are preparing for the AZ 104 exam or just learning Azure hands-on, this demo will help you understand the complete process step by step. So let's get started. So I am taking you to the Azure portal. Okay, and first log in with your credentials to the Azure portal. Okay, that is portal.azure.com. Search for virtual machines in the search bar. And click on create virtual machine. Select your subscription. Create a new resource group or use an existing resource group. I'm going to select this one, and now fill in the other basic details like virtual machine name. I'm going to give this. Okay, I'm going to select Central India region and availability zone standard, the Ubuntu. I'm going to select the Ubuntu 24.04 LTS. Okay, and later I'm going to select 2 cores and 4 GB of RAM. In authentication type, I am going to select a password, and I will provide my user. You can give any user ID and password which you can remember easily. Okay, select inbound port SSH for taking the access of the Ubuntu server, and then click on next button. Okay, so I am going to use a P64 64 GB of RAM, and I will change it to the standard SSD. Click next. We'll select this existing virtual network. If you want any help to create a virtual network and subnets, you can check my another video. Okay, I'm going to keep an public IP address to take the access of this virtual machine. Okay, I'm going to create a basic network security group. Okay, and on the public rule, I will allow the SSH. Okay, to take the access of the server. Okay, I'm not going to make any other changes. I will just click on review and create. Now click on create button. The virtual machine deployment is completed. Okay, once the deployment is completed, go to the VM overview page and copy the public IP address. So I am going to click on the go to resource button to go to the overview page. Okay, I will copy the public IP address. Okay, I will open the CMD here, and I will type SSH. I will type my username. I will put @ and put the IP address. Okay, I will type yes here. Okay, to accept the prompt, I will type my password. Okay, so we are inside the server. Okay, the access of the server. If you are facing any issue, you can go to the network settings and check whether SSH is allowed from any source any and destination any. Okay. So before doing any installation, we can just update the Ubuntu server. Okay, so I will type sudo apt update and I will use -y to accept any prompt. So the update is completed. Now I am going to, so the installation means the installation of the updates has been completed. Now I am going to install the MySQL server apt. Okay, my bad, MySQL. So the MySQL is successfully installed on the server. So once the installed, we need to start and enable the MySQL service. Okay, so I'm going to run systemctl start. So the MySQL service is successfully installed and running. So now we can run the MySQL security setup, that is sudo MySQL _secure _installation. Okay, and press enter. So it is going to ask validate the password component can be used to test. So I'm going to type here yes to check the password strength. So I'm going to set the root password, remove the anonymous users and disallow the root remote login. Okay, and remove the test database and reload the privileges. Yes, here we'll remove the anonymous user and disallow the root login remotely. Okay, and remove the test database, reload the privileges. Yes, so all done. To access your SQL server, you can just type sudo MySQL user root and password p. I will press enter and provide my root password. Okay, now I am inside the database SQL server, logged in successfully. I will create a database, name mydb, enter. I will type show database. Okay, so it is showing my database successfully created. So let me show you by creating one more database, demo, test demo, or only demo. Okay, mydb demo. Okay, I cannot use the hyphen. Demo successfully is created. Click on show databases. You can see my new database is here. Okay, so you can also create a new user to access your database. And okay, sorry. So I will copy this script, press enter. So I have successfully created the user. I will grant the permission to my new database, that is mydb, and I will flush the privileges. Okay, enter, and I will type exit. Okay. So we have successfully created one uh, database, and we have also created a user and given the full permission to our database. Let's give a try by doing a login. So the my user is admin, press enter. I will provide my password 23 exclamation. Okay, so I can see I have logged in successfully basis. I will click show, so I can only see my database. Okay, now we are going to allow remote access to MySQL Server. Okay, so I will I will go I am going to edit the MySQL configuration file, that is by typing sudo nano etc MySQL / MySQL again config d. So we need to open this file actually. So I'm going to do a sudo do again nano. Okay, so I'm going to make the changes, like change the binding to 0.0.0. okay, and restart the SQL service. Let's see on which port the SQL is running. Okay, you can just type lsof -n -nsp. Okay, so here you can see the SQL database is running. Okay, and it is port number 3306, and we have also allowed the it to access from the remote system. So let's give a try. Let's open the workbench from my local system, Windows system. Okay, and I will click on add. I will paste the IP address of my Ubuntu server, and I will put my user which I have created for this database, this one. Okay, I will copy this user, paste here. I will use this password. Okay, and I will provide my default DB or default schema, that is my DB. Okay, on which we have given this user the permission to access. Okay, let's test the connection. So the connection was successful. Let's click on OK. I will provide a connection name. If you have any queries related to this video, please put in the comment box. I will reply as soon as possible. Okay, please like the video and subscribe the channel. Thank you.